This is the cutest book, and it's about procrastination, which I am very guilty of. It is called Stuck on Stop, and it is by my friend and colleague, Vicki Hitzges. I want to read you this dedication because this is one of the reasons I wanted to talk to her. She said the dedication was, she said, not to waste time, I've tried to imitate two men who can squeeze more out of a day than a circus can get clowns from a Volkswagen. The first one is a debt that she owes to her ex-husband, Norm Hitzges. And you in this area know Norm Hitzges well. So huge in broadcasting as a speaker. I mean, has emceed so many events, always has an opinion, and shares it gracefully. Well, anyway, she dedicated that to him as well as to her father, who is a preacher. So you dedicated this book to two men who taught you how to get more out of a day and get more out of time than you ever dreamed you could get by not quitting.
Oh, yeah. If you know anything about Norm, you know he worked all the time. I mean, all the time. He did Major League Baseball while he was also doing a morning drive talk show, while he also knew about the grape seed spitting contest international competition.
Yes.
I mean, he was always busy.
He was always busy.
He was home 3 nights a month often, and he was always busy.
3 nights a month?
Literally.
How long were you married?
23 years.
23 years? And how did you not feel like you were neglected?
Oh, I felt neglected, but I loved him. I was very proud of Norm.
Oh, that's beautiful. I love that. And you're friends. You're divorced, but you're friends.
He's a precious man. He's
See?
a precious man.
Okay, so you're a forgiving person.
I want to be a forgiving person.
Is
yes.
that forgiveness is what your father instilled in you?
Yes, it is. It comes from my faith. I have been forgiven. I'm a Christian. I've been forgiven for my sins, and I think forgiven people need to be forgiving people.
That's exactly right. So this book on procrastination, I love the dedication. I love this, but I'm going to ask you a question.
Okay.
And maybe you can define this. I'm a procrastinator. I think you would call me one, but here's the way I work. If I had 6 months to get a project done, I would put it off until the last 2 days. And then when I've got a deadline, guess what? I get into high gear, and I will get that job done. I will not get up from that computer until it's finished if it took me to 4 in the morning. And that's what gets my adrenaline going. If I started doing the job 6 months earlier, I'd get bored.
Seriously?
I seriously mean that. So should I change? Am I losing something?
I think if it's working for you, it works for you. There are people who do that, but it can take a big risk to your health.
How?
Well, people who wait until the last minute, I have read, if you drink, you can tend to be an alcoholic. It's a risk that you take. Often you'll suffer from insomnia, things like that.
You mean because you lie in bed and worry about
Yes.
what you've got? All right, that is true. You'll lie in bed and worry about what you didn't get done. So tell me what a day in your life is like. If you know you've got 6 things to do you get them all done that day?
Well, I order them in order of importance, or honestly, I order them in order of things that scare me. And I think I'm going to do the scariest thing first, because once that's off my plate, then I can move on to the next thing, and that's pretty much all downhill.
So you're very disciplined.
I am now. I didn't used to be. I used to wait until maybe the day before, not even 2 days before. But it took too big of a toll on me, and I found my work was mediocre. I quit it in the 5th grade, though, Susie. I got a C, and I remember standing by Miss Abston's desk, and to see her write a red C, it did something to me. It said something about me. I didn't want to be mediocre.
You didn't want to be mediocre in a C.
I don't see you ever be mediocre.
Wait a minute. When I get a C, I'd go, oh my gosh, I got a C, because I was so used to Fs. We've got more with Vicki when we come back. Stick around.